Hi, welcome to Darksteel Showdown. We're gonna do a banned or unbanned video series. I recently got into it with a bunch of people on Facebook. Another content creator was asking if Griselbrand should be unbanned in Commander, and every comment on the channel was yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So when I got there, I had to be devil's advocate, and I was like, yes, unban the king. Unban this boy.
The king.
Oh, absolutely. Have you seen his crown?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Here for all to see. And so, what...
Shiny!
Oh, foil version, of course.
Doesn't show well on camera.
Well, it's just because of their camera lenses, that's all.
It's blame the viewer.
Absolutely gonna blame the viewer.
It's the real one.
Yes, for reference. I did say yes, unban him, but I also own a copy, so let that be as it is. Not hiding behind anything.
I own a $10 card.
Yeah, sure do. Here he is. I can't run him in our format. Anyway. But I figured that this would be a fun thing for us to do, to have a back and forth about ban or unban. So we'll go through the list of banned cards and see.
Oh, going through the list. I thought we were just doing this guy.
Well, we're just gonna do this guy today.
Okay.
We'll do a series and do others in time. But we're gonna start with Griselbrand. I'm gonna be for unbanning him, and Jordan's gonna represent.
I guess I'm against.
You guess you're against.
Although I like demons, so
all right.
Mono black trash, throw it out.
Mono black.
Where's blue?
Mono black trash, throw it out. It's not blue. All right. So
completely counterintuitive to the way I play every one of my decks, but anyway.
Here's my pitch for keeping Griselbrand or unbanning Griselbrand.
Okay.
There's a world where, like, on turn 1, I have the absolute magical Christmas land draw, and I can dunk this man into my graveyard on turn 1 and reanimate him, and then activate him a bunch to draw a bunch of cards in a very, very difficult way to interact from other players. Mm-hmm. I feel that is, like, that's magical Christmas land, where I can't just start Swamp. I have to have like an Ancient Tomb into an Arcane Signet, into Dark Ritual, to entomb this man, and then also have Reanimate to get him back into play.
You could still reanimate him turn 2, though.
Sure, but
we have a game that was not recorded where we did a thing with a Balrog. But it's the same thing. You just choose not to play a land turn 1, turn 2 play or discard Griselbrand, turn 2 play your land.
Sure, but I mean, like, there's a pod of 4 players, and you know there are 1 mana removal spells, 2 mana removal spells.
Yeah,
and like, if I dunk this in my graveyard turn 1, everyone
knows what's coming.
Yeah, it's like, and like, it costs life to do the thing.
Yeah,
like it doesn't
but
attack.
It also
the turn.
gives you life. It is lifelink.
It does, but I have to hit you with it to do the thing. So, but to be clear, like, I have to get this man into my graveyard and reanimate him basically in the same turn, because if I don't, graveyard hate is a thing in our pod, and removal is fairly heavy.
Depends who's playing.
Depends who's playing, that's true. But, like, we're usually fairly good on removal in our pods. And what that means is this man's going to hit the bin, everyone's going to see it and be like, well, I'm either exiling your graveyard right now, or I'm waiting for it to hit the board, and then I exile it.
I keep that path to exile to see who you swing at.
Yeah. So, I think that, like, I don't think that this is that good in the late game. Like, when we are on turn 5, we're usually at 20 or less life in our pods, because a lot of our games are very swingy.
Yeah.
A lot of our decks are very aggro,
player
or
removal,
at least player removal, best removal. So, like, if I'm at 20 life on turn 5 and I can get this guy down, because I think turn 5 and 4 is going to be, unless my deck is designed around getting him into play.
I think it would be. So, like, I mean, if you're playing this, your deck is designed around that. So you would most likely have been gaining life from other sources because you're expecting to do this. Like, this isn't your commander. I mean, it could be.
Sure.
I don't think that's your take on it, but if you do this, you're running it in a life gain, you're running it with Orzhov, or you're putting in things like Blasphemous Collar or others to kind of give yourself some more life. And then it still gives itself back. Like, it's pay 7, draw 7, but it's also a 7/7 with lifelink flying.
True. My feelings... I just feel that, like, I'm telegraphing if I don't do it in the same turn. And I do get it into play on that turn, like, it's 8 mana. And, like, obviously there's plenty of reanimation targets, but if I'm running a deck that's sole goal is to get this card into play, what else is in my deck? Like, what am I drawing into by paying 7 life? Like, 3 of them are going to be lands.
Statistically,
3 of them are going to be lands.
Yeah.
And the other 4 are going to be, what? A bunch of life gain cards? Like, if this is my win con, like, if my deck
how is that your win con? You're the one arguing for it, though. How is it your win con?
No, I'm arguing to not, like, to unban it.
Yeah, unban it.
Yeah, well, like, if my entire deck is built around getting this man into play,
yeah,
like, what win con am I going for? Because by your argument, if it's a life gain strategy, then I'm trying to get. So like, this is gonna.
You have, like, Bloodthirsty Conqueror, so you'll
Sure.
lose a life, so everyone else gets paying for 7. You can run things like, I think there were a couple in the other game we played earlier with, like, Lisa Hex, and then there's just...
I mean, we played the Asterion deck on channel.
Asterion
so
can do... There are cards in black that you can pay, so you're at 20 life, sure. You pay 14, and you ping the board for 14 or more. With Asterion, you do another amount to someone else. Like, it is powerful.
It is.
I think it has been... No,
I want to be clear. I do not think that this man is not powerful.
Yes.
I get that his pay 7 life, draw 7 cards is difficult to interact with in most pods, and because it's difficult to interact with, unfun interactions are a thing that, like, puts a card on the ban.
Yes.
And I get that. But sorry, continue. I just want to be clear.
No,
I don't think it's not powerful.
That's the thing, though. Like, if people aren't prepared to deal with it, and most Commander players, like, I would say put it on a game changer list, though. So you see it in bracket 3 or 4 rather than bracket 1 or 2, because Commander players are light on interaction. Call out the community, but, like, bracket 1 or 2, no one's gonna know what to do with this.
So what I'm hearing, what I'm hearing is on a unban ban, like, argument. Even you are sitting here going, yeah, it's fine.
So
in pods, though,
I am fully not on the this should be banned. I think there's better cards than this that we can now get in black in, like, modern day Commander.
Sure.
But I think just make it a game changer and then limit it, and if people are actually, like, Commander or Wizards is happy with the bracket system so far, and as long as people are prepared to potentially deal with it, there's nothing wrong. But, like, if you're showing up at a table bracket 1 and you pull out a Griselbrand, like, if you bring your bracket 4 Griselbrand to a bracket 1 table, you're the problem.
Yeah, I don't think Griselbrand's the problem in that world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No.
The other thing is, like, if this man is sitting in the command zone,
you're, like, what? I guess command beaconing him to discard him to
hopefully,
but
isn't that an interesting deck? Like, I kind of want to see that deck built. I want to see you fight your way to get this man, because the channel just released, or will soon release, a video of... No, we have released it. It's Mono Black Knights, and it's I think it's from Cold Snapper. It's an older card. Hacken. Yeah. Who's, like, you can only cast him from the graveyard.
Yeah.
But, like,
you then, if he's your commander, you have to get him there somehow from the command zone.
But there's a bunch of cards that, like, interact with the command zone, with your commander in the command zone, and, like, allows you to cast it for free from the command zone. I think it's Geode Golem does that, where, like, if you can deal damage to an opponent, you can cast your commander from the command zone for free.
Yeah.
But Hacken can't be done that way because he can't be cast, which means there's only 3 cards that are, like, get my commander into my hand or get my commander into the graveyard.
Is it Hellkite Courser for red that does that? I know it can't go in Hacken, but it is, I don't think it says cast. I think it's put it into play with haste. Yeah. And then put it back at the end of turn, or put it in your hand.
I can't remember all of them that could do it. One of them is a mana rock that you can sacrifice to put it into your hand. One of them is the one that you just mentioned. Command Beacon, the land. And the other one is Tevish Zot.
Okay.
Which, like, just...
Yeah.
It like, you have to... in mono black, stick Tevish Zod and have him live long enough to alt him. And then
everyone knows what's coming.
Yeah, the problem now is not Hacken. The problem is Tevish Zod, right? So like there are only 3 ways to actually play him, and like I feel that with Griselbrand, obviously you can play Geogold and the other cards that let you play it from the command zone because it doesn't matter at that point.
So,
but
I guess speaking as the devil's advocate, so I have to keep saying he should be banned, is that most people aren't prepared to deal with an 8 mana 7/7 that lets you pay 7 to get card value with lifelink.
Sure.
I mean, that may be a lame excuse, but I think that's probably where most people are at. Because they're too busy building their own game plan to worry about that. I mean, a board wipe still takes them out, which is, I don't know, not a good case in his favor, but...
So the ban list is what the ban list is, and perhaps we eventually talk about things that should be put onto the ban list in this series. I'm being very optimistic about. But if Griselbrand is a problem where we're like it's difficult to interact with, people can't interact with him well, I would like to point at the fact that Thoracle can come down turn 1 and like win before you even have a turn.
Were they talking about watching it to ban it?
Yeah.
Because
no, they were talking about watching Ristic Study,
which doesn't make sense. Just pay your taxes. Like, I don't know. Realistically, like in a higher level pod, a Ristic Study doesn't do that much. Or the Mystic Remora, because people just know how to play with it.
I watched a player build and run a deck, which was Grand Arbiter Augustus IV cloned.
Oh, that's real mean.
Yeah, so it had ways of getting around the legend rule. Yeah. And it was just like, oh, well, now you have to deal with the fact that there's like a million of these boys running around. And it's like,
so rude.
Grand Arbiter isn't on my radar as cards that should be banned. I don't know if it's on yours, but like, it's the same card in my mind.
It's a lightning. Well, I guess this, I would say, has more value. Because it's cards.
With Ristic Study.
Okay, yeah.
Right, like if Ristic Study just said you have to pay additional 1 mana for all your spells, like no one would care.
Yes.
Like, no one would even notice.
But it's the fact that it's usually in a mono blue deck, and the mono blue player is then stuffing their hand with a bunch of counter spells and interaction.
Oh no, the color that already draws cards
I know,
so
right?
well. No,
I guess because it's an auto include. So I don't know, not hot take, but like my thing is like when you have a particular color combination and everyone always includes the same card in those color combinations.
That's fair.
Like
that is a fair critique.
Mono green Stompy, I'm gonna run Finale of Devastation and Creative of Behemoth in every deck. Like that's not these original or fun.
That's deeply
sorry.
No, that is a good take. But because we have because of the way that's like. Because we have established that Thoracle is an okay card, and that we're considering banning it, but we haven't banned it.
Yeah.
Like, the things that are on the ban list should be compared to things that we're considering banning because of its power level.
Yes.
And I can, with Magical Christmas Land, a perfect hand, with fewer cards, and if I want to have, like, similar number of cards, like, I could have Leyline of Anticipation come into play, and in your upkeep, win the game with Thassa's Oracle.
Yep.
Like, before you even get a turn.
It's like a true Yu-Gi player.
A true Yu-Gi-Oh player, absolutely. But, like, Griselbrand doesn't win me the game, even in this Magical Christmas Land.
It's a high amount of value, I would say similar to Ristic, but different.
Yeah.
I don't, like, I don't know. I know I'm arguing for it to be banned, but, like, I think it's not.
Maybe you're not. Maybe this is just
Maybe I'm not. Maybe we're both just kind of like, it's not as bad as people say.
It's not as bad as people say. Like,
I do think the other one that they have banned, that they're watching, the Iona, I think that should stay banned.
Yeah.
Because that just blocks people out of the game.
We'll do a series.
Do another one,
we'll do another one on the Iona, but, like, no, I do feel like the arguments that you've made are valid. And the arguments that I've seen online are also like its ability to, like, if you cast Swords of Plowshares targeting Griselbrand, I'm going to pay 21 life and draw 21 cards.
Yeah,
you know, like
just try to mill or find something your win con. So what you do that, and then you're at what, I don't know, say
19,
you're at 19 at the end in the best case scenario. But like your next thing is like Torment of Hailfire. But how do you pay for that? How do you pay for your Exsanguinate? So like, what's your other black finisher? Your Gary, like on turn 2, turn 3, like what are you doing?
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't win me the game. Yeah. And so like I think that it requires a setup, and I realize that reanimation is a thing, but I don't see reanimation be like if I'm building a reanimator deck.
Yeah.
I don't want the cards in my hand. I want them in my graveyard.
Yes.
And so if I'm drawing all these cards, like, obviously I guess I could discard them to hand size, but like if they're in my hand, they're not in my graveyard, which means I'm not reanimating them the turn that they're in my hand, which means I'm waiting another turn. Like, let's say I pay 21 life on your turn. We now have to come to my turn. I now have to go to my end step to discard all my cards. Most reanimations are sorcery speed anyway, which means I'm now waiting another turn cycle while people are looking. I've already been looking
making
at my graveyard,
tokens, getting mana dorks, dropping
and,
a Bajuka Bog,
and most likely targeting me because I was the dipshit
and you
just
drew
21 cards.
Yeah,
like.
Turn 3, 21 cards. Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine.
Yeah, like, and if I like the one that got like screamed at me most online was, "Have you heard of Reanimate?" Like, yeah, but in this Magical Christmas Land where I get this into my graveyard turn 1 and I reanimate it in the same turn.
Yeah.
I'm at 32, not at 40.
I mean, I also think there's more value to be had in mono black for a reanimate target than a Griselbrand.
Yeah. I want Velgavoth.
Yeah.
I want a Velgavoth. Like, it doesn't draw me as many cards, but that's a threat.
Yeah, and it has
like you now
whatever
9.
Yeah,
pay
so
9
like,
life.
Who's gonna do that?
No. Oh, like, I also am not gonna reanimate. Like, I have Sephiroth. I would not put this in Sephiroth.
No.
It just
I don't think it does the thing you need.
It doesn't need to do. It doesn't protect my board. It doesn't care about my graveyard. It doesn't sacrifice things.
Yeah.
It does none of these things. I don't think I own a deck that this would go in.
Ditto. I might put this in now. I don't have a deck. Like maybe in that like Orzhov life game deck I have because I could take advantage of the life. But
sure. But it just appeared on the channel this last week, and at no junction in time
would it have helped?
No.
I mean, it might have. It might have. Like if I was able to get it out, I might have been able to done something. But
yeah,
I kind of got mana screwed, and I got all my mana rocks stolen
by Paco.
By Paco,
yeah. But like Paco was so big, by the time you would have been able to get this out, like Paco would have run it over.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like there were other things, but yeah.
So anyway, on the list of banned and unbanned, I'm going to vote for this one to be unbanned.
I'll say unbanned, even though I'm supposed to vote for banned, because I do think there are.
I don't know. I really do think this series should be. Let's present a card.
Talk about it.
Do you take a stance?
Agree.
Okay.
No, I think this is just.
It's a spooky card. Like if this hits the table, like you are now my focus.
Yep.
You're the arch enemy.
Yeah.
Until it's gone. But there are other cards that do that. If you play an intruder
100%.
alarm,
yes, like get focused, just the same.
Yeah, you built a Helga deck, and your intruder alarm hit the table, and that was the end of the game for you.
Yeah.
Because you did go into sort of a solitaire mode.
Yeah.
But you didn't finish.
I didn't get any of the things, the win cons or anything.
And the very next turn, I went, haha, no.
Yeah.
And poisoned you out of the game.
Yeah, with proliferate.
Yeah.
So, like, there are other ways. I think.
Yeah.
If they're concerned, just put it on the game changer list, and then it only gets seen in higher pods.
Now, Now, a discussion that I've had recently is whether or not CEDH should have its own ban list. And I wonder.
I would say yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of like debate back and forth where people have said it should be and people who've said it shouldn't be. And I think this might be an example of like this in a bracket 1, bracket 2. Like this is atrocious. It shouldn't be seen in those brackets at all. Even bracket 3, it's kind of one of the more powerful things that, like, if they unbound it would be one of the more powerful things in bracket 3. Bracket 4, you're going to be running interaction, counter spells, graveyard hate. It's going to be gone before it hits the board. But in bracket 5, like they're not playing this.
You unban it, everyone runs it because it's the new hotness, and then it quickly doesn't give the results that players want because they just shoved it in a deck that doesn't work in.
Yep.
And then they pull it out because it didn't do the thing they thought it was going to do. But that just circles back to deck building.
Yeah, I mean, like as a commander, I think as a commander, it's not a good commander because your entire deck would have to be focused around getting the silly man into play.
Yeah,
and then whatever you're getting,
mono black ram,
which then I'm paying 7 mana to draw Menorox.
Yeah,
which doesn't feel great either. And in the 99,
you could do the Novico.
But it doesn't go in Avika.
I know.
And then it like if it's in the 99, I'm then running ways to tutor it into my graveyard or reanimate it, and then I think I'm happier getting other reanimate targets.
Like the only thing I might put it in would be my Kalia deck because it's a demon, and I can put it into play for free if it's in my hand.
Sure.
And even then,
that's you know what? That's pretty spooky.
Yeah, like that would be good.
That would be horrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, then you're getting it down as early as turn 3. That would be horrifying.
Right, that would be good.
But
is that any better than you reanimating it on turn 2 or turn 3
or turn 1?
Yeah, right. Like it's similar. At least at that point, I have 2 creatures potentially. I don't know. Like
yeah.
I think spooky
that,
card.
That argument is the closest to me being like, oh, ban this man, oh my god.
I name one commander and you're like, oh my god.
But yeah, you're right. It is just the one commander. I mean,
Yeah.
you could sneak attack it in and get a huge amount of value off sneak attack, but like again, we're talking
then
about...
you sack
like,
it at the end. Well, I guess you bring it back, but like I wouldn't know
we're-
anything. I put this in my Zia Tora deck.
Yeah.
Like I'd run not Bloodletter of Alplazotz, the other one, the actual god, the Bat God, whatever it's called.
Oh, it's sitting.
The-
it's sitting. Over
No,
there.
I put it away.
Oh,
It's the flip one that goes into the land.
Yes.
We'll put it up.
ta-da!
After, but yeah.
But the bit for me is every time we've been like, oh my gosh, this is so spooky. It's been paired with something else.
Yeah. But
Like-
it by itself is not the threat. But and then that circles back to us building a deck around it or taking advantage of it. Like incidental value, like Kalia, shouldn't matter. That's one commander in like how many thousands of commanders are there in Magic
Many.
at this point? Like
Big
I don't
number.
know. So I would say unban.
Okay, I'm banned.
Yeah.
All right, friends.
Unban.
Join us in the comments. Tell us that we're wrong or agree with us. And,
Agree with us.
Agree with us. It doesn't need
Don't
to be
use
unbanned.
reanimate as an excuse, please and thank you. I think we've disproved that.
Yes.
Like-
at least we've discussed it. Please
Discussed
be
it,
aware
yes.
that we are aware that reanimate as a spell
And
is a
Entomb
thing.
exists, yes.
Yes, we're aware.
Like, thank you. Come with more arguments than that.
And I'm happy to have them and discuss with you in the comments. But yeah, no, I'm very aware that reanimate is a spell. I promise you.
Yeah.
I've seen it. But yeah, no, that's our bit. We'll come back with another card next time.
Maybe we'll do Ionia, because I felt more strongly about that than Griselbrand. Because I feel like
sure.
this is not as threatening to me. Like, Ionia, I was like, unbanning? Nah. This, so I was like, sure.
I mean, I don't... I'm gonna stop now, because...
Sure.
yeah.
That's
Have
fine.
a great day, friends. Bye.